Hi, my name is Kai, and I'm an accessibility analyst at NELS. I'm a lifelong reader and use all kinds of formats based on the situation. I might read an ebook instead of an audiobook if the content is more academic in nature, like books with lots of medical terms, or I can read an audiobook for leisure. Given that only 5% of materials are accessible in the world according to the World Blind Union, you might find yourself only having access to the book in a single format. I've been there and it's no fun. This means, though, that it's essential to understand the terminology as well as the pros and cons of different formats. So let's talk about eText. eText refers to digital documents primarily composed of text. They can be a binary or plain text file and viewed with both open source or proprietary software. eText generally refers to formats like RTF, TXT, as well as DOC and DOCX or .doc or .docs, depending on how you pronounce it. Some formats may differ in experience for navigation and readability, but that's totally fine. We have choice. DOC and DOCX, as well as RTF files, allow you to easily load them up into your word processor of choice. You can customize the font or navigate quickly by links, headings, images, and so on with these formats. However, DOC or DOCX formats supports even more features such as comments and text boxes. TXT is a plain text format which does not support markup, but it is a very lightweight file format that does not require a lot of compute power and can be opened by virtually any reading app or word processor. This means that TXT can easily be opened and read no matter if you are using new technology or older devices. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, TXT files cannot be marked up to communicate formatting information to screen readers. This means that it isn't as easy to jump by sections or to different links. You would have to rely on the find feature from your screen reader or in the app. So let's see this in action. Here we have Fight Like a Physicist, which is one of the books we have in our repository. For demonstration purposes only, I've converted this book into RTF and TXT. However, in the repository, we have it as a Word document as well as EPUB, since we know that those two formats are ideal for reading this content. So let's open up the text version of it, the TXT version. And you can see here there's a bunch of text.
Title page. Fight Like a Physicist. The Incredible Science Behind Martial Arts. Spelling error Jason Falcon, PhD. EMA Publication Center, Inc. Wolfboro, NH.
And I am unable to navigate by headings or links. Since this is all text, there's no markup. So if I want to find one of these chapters, I would have to use my screen reader's find feature to be able to jump to the section.
Press F6 to go to new notification.
So let's do chapter 1.
One item is found at line 73, column 10. Text section chapter 1. Your center of mass.
And I was able to find it because I knew that this book has different chapters and that the way that it says chapter 1 is with the word and chapter and the number 1. But if it was written differently or if I didn't know that the book was laid out in this way, it'd be really hard to jump to different sections. So let's now compare this to RTF.
New folder. Fight Like a Physicist 06052021171200.rtf2. Fight Like a Physicist.
I'm opening this in Word, and here we can navigate by headings.
Page 1, section 1, heading level 1 about this digital book. Heading level 1, producer's note. Heading level 1, publication information. Page 3, heading level 1, bookmark introduction. Fight Like a Physicist. Heading level 2, what is physics? Heading level 2, bookmark. When it comes to physics, the universe doesn't care about your degree.
I can also navigate by images.
Page 7, graphic shape graphic. Page 8, a photograph of baby hammer, plastic handgun, and airbrush lay side by side on the ground. Each object has a red target.
But one thing that you'll notice, especially since this book has text boxes, is that it didn't convert properly with RTF.
Page 9, graphic shape graphic.
My screen reader just says shape. So that's not very helpful. And as I mentioned, it doesn't support as many features as DOC or DOCX. So let's actually take a look at that now.
New folder. Fight like a physicist. Fight like a physicist viewing. Fight like.
So again, I can navigate by headings.
Page 1, section 1, heading level 1 about this digital book. Heading level 1, producer's note. Heading level 1, publication information. Page 3, heading level 1, bookmark introduction. Fight like a physicist.
And I can also navigate by images. But now listen to how my screen reader is able to identify these text boxes.
Page 7, text box 2, graphic. Page 8, a photograph of baby hammer, plastic handgun, and airbrush lay side by side on the ground. Each object has. Page 9, text box 15, graphic. Bookmark, a knife balanced on the tip of an extended index finger. The knife is Page 10, 2 images of a shoe hanging from different.
So here we have better markup, and the screen reader is able to identify these different elements a lot better because of that. So when it comes to eText, ideally Microsoft Word formats are the best for reading this stuff. Now that you know about eText, visit nels.ca, that's nnels.ca, to explore the repository of titles in various formats.